Hey you all, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. It is the 5th of January 2012, yes. And the year is starting out fantastically with Debbie Cook's email and all the media that has gone along with that. I hope you've checked into it. It's been pretty wild. Thank you, Debbie, if you see this. Good job. But tonight, something on a totally different thing happened that was just amazing to me. I just want to tell you a little bit of background on it. There was a young man. I got into Scientology in '69. By the early '70s, Celebrity Center started downtown, and a bunch of us were living in the house 811 Beacon Street, which I did a little video with Casper about, where we went around and did the different houses. When we got to 811 Beacon Street, I burst out crying. I'll put a little link in here on that video. But I was crying, A, because we had so much hope back then for all the things that we thought were going to happen, and B, because of all the people that had died, dear friends of mine, one of them being this gentleman named Jimmie Spheeris, who was a musician, a fabulous musician, got killed in a motorcycle. Someone hit him on his motorcycle out in Santa Monica. And that was it. But some of his friends put up his website. If I can find it, I'll put it in here too. But he's beautiful. Beautiful music. Just everyone who knew him loved him and has talked about him ever since. Okay, so now I go to the Egyptian Theater tonight. It's the 7th annual Focus on Female Directors, right? And the first one is a movie called No Use Walkin' When You Can Stroll. All right, so it's a video, kind of a daughter filming her mother. And the mother is a hoot. I mean, she's just a riot. And I'm listening to this and just digging on it. I mean, it's just, this mom is a character. I mean, she's been married 9 times. Oh, I can't remember all their names. You know, just funny as she. But all of a sudden, towards the end, she says, my son, Jimmie, was killed. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, tell me this isn't. On his motorcycle, was killed. And she lifts up the picture of Jimmie Spheeris, and I'm just like, I just couldn't believe it. It was like, talk about an amazing moment. I mean, that was I think 82 when he was killed, but I met him in the 70s. And so I got to talk to his sister and tell her, you know, they have a Q&A afterwards, and I told her this story that was just so amazing to me, because I knew him and a bunch of people, and we all love him. And she said, you know, people have told me that for years and years and years, and whenever I hear it, I feel like it's my brother saying hello to me, which is sort of how I feel about my dad, because it's kind of the same thing. He died when I was really young, and people all my life have told me about him, too. And it is sort of like them saying hello to you or something. So that was pretty amazing. I mean, it was tremendously amazing. It was really cool to meet her, have this be a part of the video. I'll put her website. I'm not sure if she has the movie up there or not, but I'll put her website there. Anyway, it was great meeting her. And just talk about synchronicity. It was just awesome. So now I'm on the way back home, and I'm in an elevator, and I am there with a young executive. And I start telling him this story, just saying, this is so amazing, what happened? And he's like, wow, that's like 1 in a million where that could happen. And I said, yeah, well, you know, we were in this cult, and I escaped out of it. And he's like, cult? And I'm like, Scientology. And he's like, Scientology's a cult? And you could tell Scientology had been working on this guy. So I took a little bit of time to explain to him the other side of it. And he was very, very interested. I gave him my card with the websites to look at. And at first he said, you know, I like staying blind. I want to be a blind person. I said, trust me, you are perfect bait for them when you think that way. And by the end, he didn't want to stay blind. He didn't. He wanted to look. And Scientology, that's what happens. You know, we're out, we're about, we're talking, we let people know, and there you go. There's your next staff member that's out the door. So anyway, it was a wonderful night, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and tell you, it was just, I don't know, it was just one of those things where it's like, wow. So, who knew? There you go. That's the 5th of January, 2012. So I hope you guys, your new year is starting out with a bang. I love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for continuing to do whatever you can do to get out the word, because less and less people are joining because of that. And more people are getting educated on who they really are. And DM, TikTok, time is on our side. That's it. Over and out.